Hey everybody, this is Dr. Nepute. Listen, I'm really excited to be sitting here with my good friend, Dr. Joe Cangas. We are in our Chesterfield location, which is huge, by the way. I just told you a minute ago I was getting lost walking down the hallways here. But listen, I want you guys to meet my good friend. This is our rock star pediatrician, our medical pediatrician, our jack of all trades. We're super excited. And I just wanted to take a minute and just let everybody kind of get introduced to you. So, nice little informal conversation, just talk a little bit. So we met, how long ago was it that we met? About a year or so ago, maybe?
9 months, a year now.
Yeah, about a year. And so, you know, you've been in practice in St. Louis and in Illinois for how long now?
12 years now.
Yeah, 12 years. So this is not your first rodeo,
right?
Is what you're telling me. And so we've heard about each other through the grapevine because the medical community in St. Louis is a small group, right? And everybody knows somebody who knows somebody. And you know, you were looking to make a little change in practice. I was looking to bring pediatrics onto my practice, and it just, after kind of a couple months of courtship, if you will, getting to feel each other out, we said, hey, you know what, we're going to do this. We're going to really get together. We're going to bring the pediatric, your pediatric program into our facilities and really just help as many families as we can. I mean, you guys know we have huge family practice already. We have thousands of people that come through our offices, and we really we see so many kids. You know, because our philosophy is with kids, it's so much easier to raise a healthy child than it is to fix a broken adult. You know what I mean? So the fact that you're with us, we're honored, we're excited, we're blessed, and we know it's going to be great stuff. So tell me a little bit about, I just want to ask you, how did you get into pediatrics?
So, I grew up in a small town in Dallas City, Illinois, and my parents were foster parents.
Right, okay.
And so they were just always taking care of kids, and everything they did was surrounded around taking care of kids. And so I grew up with just a love, understanding a love for children.
Right.
And when I went to medical school, anytime I did volunteer work, anything I did, I really just enjoyed anything that involved children. So I thought, what a better way to live my life and to make my money and have my career than to be able to spend it working on children, working with children, working for children. Basically understanding that kids really deserve everything. Yeah. No matter where they are in life, no matter what's been handed to them, they deserve everything we can give them. So I really just want to do my best to give kids a positive outcome, a positive life.
Sure.
Based on, just a little bit of time that I could have with them. I also just realized when I started my new practice in Missouri that I had more time with my patients, and I realized how much I missed spending time with my patients and really getting to know them. And so I really wanted to focus on finding a way to spend more time with and make more of an impact on these patients' lives and on the kids' lives. So that's kind of where some of my new wellness desires come from. On the other side, I see a lot of kids with ADHD.
Sure.
A lot of patients come in with, that fit the diagnostic criteria for ADHD for so many reasons. But so many of those children, I think, could be helped with diet and exercise and sleep. And I think that's when I originally reached out to one of the biggest things of how do I attract patients who want to be healthy first, and parents who want their kids to be healthy before medicine.
Right.
It seems like that they come in so many times and they just want medicine to fix them. It doesn't fix them at all, and we all know that, and we get that, but that was really my goal, was like, how do I attract those type of patients, and to kind of pick your brain a little bit and how you as chiropractors, because you're so much better at attracting patients who want true health and wellness as opposed to just medicine.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I mean, you're a dad, I'm a dad, right? And we want, as a parent, and I know you guys as parents too, and grandparents, or even if you know kids or whatever, we want more for our children than we have for ourselves, And what better thing that you can do than to instill really true health principles, you know what I mean? And when we first sat down and you said, well, I really want to talk to my patients about diet and the importance of movement and exercise, and I know exercise is important to your family, your wife, I mean, every time my wife says, hey, Zoe wants me to go to Orange Theories, I'm like, that's amazing, she's a movement specialist,
She doesn't stop.
I love it, but the whole idea, when you approached me and said that, I was like, holy cow, this guy's, I don't ever hear that from most pediatricians. Right. Most doctors are like, here's the pill, here's this, here's that, and it's not, let's look at the lifestyle. It's not, let's look at the stress. It's not, let's look at the foods. It's all about symptom, drug. And the reason why we're able to attract so many people is because folks want that cause-based care. They want to know, okay, I have no problem taking an amoxicillin or an antibiotic for this infection, but what can I do to prevent? Or what can I do to counterbalance the side effects of the meds? And that's what I love about our practice model together, is it's all about working together with it. It's holistic. It's true holistic.
Right.
True holistic as of, you can take this drug for this if you need it, but then here's this nutrition or this adjustment or this exercise or this food, and we always talk about it's important to test our people. And so what attracted me to this whole opportunity was you saying, I want to look at the big picture and I want to spend some time with my patients. Because there's nothing more frustrating I hear from our patients all the time, I know you hear it too, is when you walk into the doctor's room and they go, well, here's your script. You know, they're already ready for you, you know? And so I love that about you. And I guess, how did you develop that philosophy? Because, I mean, obviously you didn't get that original training in school that way.
No, you know, it came from, one, having kids, like you said. I mean, having kids of my own, realizing there's a lot more to a child's health and wellness than just telling someone to do something, telling them what the book says. You know, there's just real life is involved. Another came from, like I said, starting that new practice and actually having time again.
Yeah.
To make a living, I've had to, you know, see a certain number of patients, and we kind of herd them through, kind of like everyone else does, and we have short appointment times, not enough time, and I realized when I had time, and I just took longer time because I had it, that I missed it, and that how much more I could do for that family, how much more I had time to explain to them what I really wanted to do. And so I just decided it was time to make a difference and make a change.
Well, and that's what I like about this comprehensive approach, right? Because it does allow us to spend, you know, more time with our people. It may be that you're not spending an hour with a patient, but it may be you go, you know what, in this 20 minutes or 15 minutes or however long I need to be with you, I can make some recommendations that, okay, you need to go see the chiropractor, or I need to make sure you go see the pediatrician, or whatever, you know, and the GP and the physical therapist, and I mean, all the stuff that we do. It's amazing, but I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, people always ask me, what's your ideal client? Who's the ideal people that you want to see? So have you thought about that? Who are the folks that really you want to attract?
Yeah, I mean, the people I really want in this practice are parents and patients who want to be healthy. Yeah. People who don't want medicine. People who are open to new ways of eating, new ways of exercising. People who are open to incorporating chiropractic care, who are open to seeing dietitians and social workers along with their well child checks. I really want to just change how pediatric practices are run in the country. We're going to start with this place right here, and we're going to make a difference, and we can show the world how it works. So I think we're just going to change it all. I want parents who are open to change and aren't stuck in a rut, are willing to look at their diet, look at their sleep, and willing to make those changes more than wanting medicine. And not that we won't ever use medicine.
Of course.
I think that, you know, that's the last resort.
Well, it has its place.
Or first resort in a crisis.
Of course.
Until we get there.
It has its place, but you know, the reality is that, listen, there's not a lot of people, and I know you agree with me, and by the way, most doctors agree with this as well, is that more medication doesn't make you healthier.
Right.
You know, but a lot of times people aren't willing to make the changes in their lifestyle. Like, you know, if you say, well, listen, little Billy's allergic to tomatoes, or he's allergic to grains, or he needs to change this. Well, all he eats is tomatoes and grains. Well, guess what? He's going to be sick. You know, ear infections and colic and all this kind of stuff that kids have. There are things that can be done to help find cause, right? But you're right. You may need an antibiotic every now and then. You may need this to get out of the crisis. But I just love the fact that you're interested in talking to your patients about foods and nutrition, and about making sure that they're making the right decisions as a family. And that's what I like about this practice is the kids can come in and see you in the pediatric office, and our nurse practitioners, our pediatric nurses, our whole team is amazing. But then mom and dad can go see Dr. Ali and the rest of our GPs and all the other doctors. So it really is a one-stop shop. So we can just, you know, because I can't tell you how many times I've shown a kid or I've shown a family that their kid has an allergen to something, food. And they say, well, we'll make sure he doesn't eat it, but they're still eating pizza every day. It's a family decision.
It is, and that's probably one thing I've realized the most in the past couple of months, or couple of years really. Yeah. Like you said, with my wife being a CrossFit coach, I see my 2 3-year-old running around the house doing push-ups and sit-ups. I'm like, how many 2 and 3-year-olds are doing that? And it just was like one of those light bulb moments when I said, you know, that's what the problem is.
Yeah.
Is that our kids are emulating the parents, and if the parents aren't making the changes and making their life better, the kids aren't going to do it. So we get the parents on board. Yeah. Same thing I say about bike helmets. Parents got to be the role model, and it starts with the parents. If the parents are doing it,
yeah,
kids will just follow suit.
You know, and that's what I love about it. It's all about, you know, our job. Doctor is Latin for teacher, right? We're supposed to teach, educate, and inspire people. And we want to give you guys, we need the parents and the kids, the map, the keys in the car, but you still got to drive it. You know, and what I love about your processes, I mean, yeah, well, you do the normal pediatric stuff. I mean, you do, you know, well, let's talk about that. Well, what's kind of like a normal flow? Like when someone were to come in, let's say they've never been to a pediatrician before, or they're going to have a baby or something, or they have kids and they want to switch to you as a pediatrician. What's the flow look like when they come in? Tell me a little bit about that.
So basically, they just call and make the appointment, and they should be able to get the forms mailed to them. They can fill out at home. Hopefully soon we'll be able to do those all online for them as well. Then they come in, they check in at the front desk, and hopefully immediately after that, a medical assistant will bring them to the back and get their vitals, and then they'll see the doctor. And you know, we're hoping to soon integrate social workers, dietitians in with our well child check. So every well child check, at least for a school age visit, we'll have social worker, dietitian, and we're really looking at ways to bring fitness into that as well. Really focus on on true wellness at that visit.
Yeah.
I've said for years that, I'm a pediatrician, we have wellness visits, we focus on wellness, but I said exercise and eat right, and thought that people knew what that meant when I didn't even know what that meant.
Yeah. No, you're totally right, and really it's, as a doctor, it's about asking questions, because a lot of times, I get it as a chiropractor, I'm sure you get it as a pediatrician, the number one thing that they think of that I'm going to do is all about neck and back pain. Well, if I don't have neck and back pain, I don't need to see you. Well, that's so not true. It's not funny. So they're thinking that they need to come see you whenever their kids are sick. But here's the deal. They do need to come when their kids are sick, but they also need to come regularly to prevent it. And I love your wellness model because, the wellness checks that you guys have done, like at your other peds offices where you go, maybe once or twice a year just to get the height, weight, blood pressure, the vitals, just to make sure that the kid's still alive. That's not really a well visit. I mean, it's a vital visit. It kind of looks at some of the baselines, but we're talking about doing nutritional testing, dietary consultation, dietary talks and counseling. I love the whole idea of integrating, the social and mental aspect of it.
I think in today's world, with all the things that have been going on, school shootings, things like that, if we can catch those children at their well child checks, we can just catch one little thing and give us an indication, like maybe we need to do some follow-ups with that child.
Yeah.
I think it also just takes the stigma of social worker counseling away. They've met that person at the doctor's office, they've come in here, we have Katie working with us, so it's like, I remember Katie, and then a crisis comes up or the child feels some stress, like, I'd like to go talk to Katie. That's all they have to do. They're not going to the counseling office, they just have something comfortable, a comfortable place to go to talk about their problems.
And Joe, that's so important because you're right, in the world we live in today, kids are under more stress than ever. Stress is the number one cause of all sickness and disease. Even the American Medical Association says that. But the reality is that we don't really address stress very well, especially with kids, because parents are so stressed out, doing their own thing. They're like, how can that kid be stressed? He just goes to school, I take care of everything. Well, they're on their phones all the time. They're getting more homework than ever. They're eating like crap. They don't have physical education in school anymore, so they can't burn all this cortisol off their body. It's a crazy world. And so you stepping up to the plate as a medical pediatrician saying, we want to help find cause of your problem. We want to talk about exercise, diet, nutrition, and we want to talk about getting your family healthy. Dude, I commend you for that. And you're right. You're a trendsetter, and you're going to be changing the scope of practice, not just in St. Louis, but across the planet, because what everybody that you and I talk to about what we're doing goes, I want to come, I want to come, I want to come, because nobody's doing this stuff. And all I want to say is this, and I know we're gonna shut up here in a minute, but I look forward to this partnership and this opportunity of really truly blessing this community and really truly being a beacon of light to where we can really get together, educate, because I know we're going to be doing some seminars together, workshops, webinars, because we don't want to just treat you, we want to teach you. We want to help you guys make better decisions for you and your own family, and I just couldn't be more excited about the possibilities that we've got together, and think about all the freaking lives that we're going to positively affect. And what you do now, think about this, the fruits that you reap later in life are all about the seeds that you sow now. And if we can sow some good, healthy seeds in these kids' lives, man, they're gonna have less opportunities to get on drugs when they get older, and legal or illegal, and be healthier. And we teach these kids about how to maintain good weight at a young age, and obesity risk goes down. I mean, you know as well as I do how crazy that is. And I'm sure, in 12 years of being in practice, you've seen more childhood obesity go up over the last couple of years than probably ever. So anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to doing a quick video, because he's super busy all the time. And man, I just look forward to really doing some great stuff together. So
Me too, looking forward to it.
Okay. Well, hey guys, we appreciate you. Do me a favor, share this video with your friends and family. Make sure people find out about what's going on. Dr. Joe Cangas' team, we're all over at all of our practices at the Nepute Wellness Centers. You guys click on the link associated below. Check out our websites. We got all kinds of great stuff for you guys. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a blessed day.